Hey guys, welcome back to Salem Cellar. So with Scream 6 being out, I've been seeing all over social media people ranking the Scream franchise from their least favorite to their most favorite. So today we are going to talk about all the Scream films and I'm going to rank them. I'll be right back. So as a diehard lover of this franchise, I thought it'd be easy for me to rank my least favorite to my most favorite, but it really wasn't. I had to sit there and think about it. What makes a movie my favorite and what doesn't? So obviously number 6 on my list and the least favorite of mine is Scream 5. I've been very vocal about it. I had something about it that I just don't really enjoy as much as the other films. Just maybe mostly because it doesn't feel like a Scream movie to me. I've said that so many times. I feel like I just keep on repeating myself, but it doesn't. It's just like the opening scene isn't a kill scene. You know, we always start with a kill scene and Tara survives, spoiler. So that's not really a kill scene to me. So it was hard to get on board. We lose Dewey. Love Dewey. How can you kill Dewey? That was rough. And the main, actress in it, Sam, Billy Loomis's daughter, she was a little flat for me in this movie. And I'm not saying anything against the actress. It's just, I guess the role she was given just didn't come across probably how it should have. I was underwhelmed and I was really disappointed. I went into with really high expectations. So yes, this one is my least favorite. Number 5 on my list is Scream 3. I don't hate Scream 3. I actually enjoyed it. I know a lot of people don't like it and say it's a bad movie, but I had a good time. It's fun watching. I like the little twist at the end. It's a little corny and cheesy at times, but it's enjoyable. I like it. You have, Neve Campbell's in it. To me, she's like one of the ultimate final girls and I love her. But there's also an element in this which is kind of scary. When she's by herself at home and you see like her dead mother, I guess she's dreaming, and you see her like as a ghost and it's like all foggy and misty out. That scene scares me. It does. I'm going to admit it. Like, I don't really scare easily either. Like, I watch horror movies to go to sleep every day of my life. And that scene, I'll like close my eyes or I won't pay attention when it's on if it's like late at night and I'm by myself. So that scene creeps me out. And I like the little twist though with like her brother being the killer. It was fun for me. And I really didn't expect for it to be her brother the killer. This is the only Scream movie where there's only one killer, which was pretty cool. Number 4 on my list is Scream 6. I recently saw it. I enjoyed it. I've only seen it once. I like to watch movies a bunch of times before I really form like a solid opinion about it. But yeah, I've seen it once. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I guess I kind of loved it at times. It just gets away from like the franchise and what I love about this franchise. So that's why it scored so low on my list. But it is a fun one, so if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Number 3 on my list is Scream 2. I really like this one. I love the opening scene with Mekhi Phifer and Jada. It was just, it was kind of like ironic because they're going to see a Scream film. She clearly doesn't want to go see it. And they're talking about the horror genre and how African-American characters are usually the first one to go. And they were the first one to go in this. So I kind of think it's funny that they hit on that stereotype. The way Mekhi Phifer goes, it makes me not go near the bathroom wall stalls when I'm in one. And the scene with Jada was epic. Like, that kill scene was epic. It doesn't beat Drew Barrymore's opening scene, but it's pretty awesome and I will forever love it. And it was a fun little twist. Billy Loomis's mom is the killer, and spoiler if you haven't seen it. And it was a little corny at times, but I did enjoy it. It was a good one. Number 2 on my list is Scream 4. Yes, Scream 4. I really did like Scream 4. There was a big break between Scream 3 and Scream 4. And I remember going and watching this and it felt, we're back in Woodsboro and it felt very reminiscent to the first one. And, you know, everybody's back. Gail's back, Dewey's back, Sydney's back. And it was kind of cool to throw in like the younger generation into it and their love of these movies. You know, that was fun. Kirby was my favorite character in this one. She was excellent. The acting was great. The killing was great. It has one of the most brutal death scenes in this franchise. Yeah, I remember the friend, that room, that I don't know who has to clean that room. If I was the mother, I would just move. How can you live in the house after that? But it was definitely an intense scene. So much fun. I loved it. I completely didn't guess who the killer was. You know, there was not too much predictability for me in this one as far as as who the killers were. But I loved it. It was just such a great movie. I watch it often. I own it. I love it. So yes, that's number 2. Number 1 on my list, I'm sure you guessed it. I'm sure it was pretty predictable. Yeah, Scream 1. Scream 1 is just one of my favorite movies ever. It just brought so much emotion out of me. Like, I was in high school and I saw it for the first time, and you know, you're being introduced to cell phones and all of this, and to think about, like, this is not just a monster coming to kill you. You're not checking your bed under your bed for monsters. This is your boyfriend. This is your friend. It was dark. It was scary. It was a while where I did not want to be home by myself. Like, I'm like, okay, if my family's going out, I want to go out or go to my friend's house. I don't want to be home by myself. And I'm definitely not answering the phone. That first scene, that opening kill scene with Drew Barrymore, oh, like, when the camera zooms close to her and the mom starts screaming, like, that is just forever one of my favorite scenes in a horror movie. That's one of the best opening scenes ever. I can't think of another one that is just as epic. Like, it gives you chills, and there's just so many great things about it. She definitely puts up a fight, but she dies pretty bloody and awesome. And then having, like, Billy Loomis being the killer, I should have known he was the killer the whole time, but I really didn't expect it. And I really didn't expect it to be 2 killers. It caught me off guard. So this movie did so much to me, and it just brought out, like, I always loved horror movies. I always watched horror movies. I think Nightmare on Elm Street, one of them I think it was the second one that was my first movie I've ever saw in the theaters, which is probably really bad because I was super young. But I fell in love with horror then, but this movie lit that fire. I was always a Nightmare on Elm Street's Halloween kind of girl, and then Scream came out, and it just became like one of my loves. I love it so much. And yeah, so this movie is Scream. The first Scream is my favorite in the franchise and the absolute best. You cannot duplicate it. You know, they're making all these new Scream movies, but it will never be like the original. So yes, that is my ranking of all the 6 Scream films. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so excited for more movies. Bring them on. I want them. I want them. Thank you guys. Comment down below your favorite. Rank your movies from your top Scream film to your least favorite. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.